Right. Oh, wait. Today, we're going to draw as I devour these Haribo Gold Bears. I've never called Golden Bears before. I don't know. I'm going to eat them as I draw today. And I assure you they'll be done within the first hour. Because I eat too fast. And too much. And yet I'm still thin as a stick. Right. Forgot to bring up Twitch as well. Because once again, even though I have OBS up, I would do well to just have Stream Manager up as well. Just going to be easier that way. So, let me get that up. Where is the stream? There it is. There he is. Oh, oops. Moved the wrong thing. There we go. Right, that's open now. Move back to this. Open that. Cool. Right. Hello, everybody. I am back. And as you can see, this is me right now. Had curry yesterday. And let's just say, I feel better now. And I'm glad I did before I streamed, or else I would have the worst experience. But yeah, little dinky sketch. Start the session of confusion and problem solving. As I continue the 24th birthday piece. So I did a bit of extra work on it before I went to bed last night. And I've made a list of things on the bottom here that I still want to work on, that still need to be done. And I'm just gonna see what is next. See what is next to do. See what's next. I do have those moments where I'm like, even though I like my sketches, I would do well to clean them up. But then after that, I'm like, oh yeah, I do well to ink them. That's when I struggle and stop and be like, do I really want to though? I do that. I do that sometimes, and I freeze quite a bit. But that just happens to me all the bloody time. All I can do is just accept it, really. Right, gonna get rid of that list. Presents. Make that smaller. Yeah. That's a line there. I was thinking as well that one of these boxes could end up being like a bag, like she's carrying it or something. I'm not really bothered by what I want it to look like. It's just I know for a fact that I want them to have some sort of variety. Like I could just put a bunch of boxes and say these are presents. But part of me also just wants to let's say like there's a bit of a hair coming out from the back here, goes up, and she's basically carrying it. So I could possibly do like a bag here that's lengthways like that, and goes up. Say it overlaps with the box there. It's like this folder or something like that, vaguely. And you've got the lines here to show that it's like a handle, and that's like an inside portion there. I'm not quite sure because I think I want to, because any extra space I could use for like scale, but I like how close up this all is. I like how claustrophobic everything is. There's nothing wrong with it looking too there's nothing wrong with it looking too close up. That's just how I think it would look. I'm just like, yeah, this works. Also, guys, good news. Good bloody news. My first sub emote has been improved. So now there's an incentive to basically throw money at Twitch and then to me. So cool. You guys now have an incentive to give half of your money to Twitch and the other half to me for my first ever emote that requires money. So cool. I'm surprised. Surprised it took the time it took. But I guess, you know, if we're given money, we want to know we're not giving porn. Porn's subjective. It's how it's if you have the horn for it. I think that would be a funny way of saying it. Like, my interests definitely have their own context to it, where it's like, yes, I like legs, I like ankles, I like feet. Going into detail makes it more subjective than it usually would be. And then it becomes this, oh yeah, they have a personal taste. That's how I see it, at least. It's like in a certain type of music, or I guess food. I think it's weird to say like, oh yeah, I have a friend that says they like egg, but not in its actual form. Like they like scrambled egg, but they don't like normal fried egg. It's that thought where you like it, but only to an extent, or that the extent that you think is possible is, well, an assumption, and it can go bigger than that. That's what I think porn goes in that category as well. Weirdly enough, I suggest it that way, but yeah. Rationally describe porn as subjective. I guess in a more sensible and less, oh yeah, what the fuck are we trying to justify here? It's more just, yeah, I like things that other people don't, and that's fine. The difference is how far do we go? How far do we go with liking something? As long as no one's getting hurt, you can get married to the idea. I guess that's why opinions exist. That makes sense. Of course opinions would exist. Opinions would exist to have some sort of personal validation or some sort like that. That makes sense. At least to me. I still struggle, but I'm like, oh yeah, that's just what people think. Can't stop that. Something wrong with that. Philosophical. That's the word. Debate. Don't question me why I am doing it like this. This is just what my mind wants me to adjust to. You've got the typical presents that you've got the typical presents here that we can use to display an immediate reaction of, oh yeah, this is a birthday. This is a Did I just delete it? Oh Jesus Christ. see it from a specific angle. These are only rough lines though, and well, the box I'm using to display the perspective as well. That's also important as well, but I need to just get rid of it for a sec because it's interrupting the present I'm doing. This is just going to be shadowed out. That should be fine. got the giant ruffles, the giant ruffle things. Actually, ooh, should I? No, it should be fine. I don't want to be too precise. I just want to make it concrete that this is a decision that I've made. Because if I don't show it, I'm not gonna know it or make sense of it. This is one of the problems I have when I draw. I struggle to make sense of what I'm trying to draw because most of the time I don't draw it. There's drawing from memory, and then there's pretending that you know what it is. I think it's similar. They're similar, but you know, to bridge the gap for me to separate them is the sketch. If I don't have a sketch of what I'm trying to draw, then I'm merely attempting a definitive variation or definitive version of the thing I'm trying to draw without a first pass just to lay out the lands. If there's no plan, I'm simply going to go in and have no idea what I'm trying to do. And it's, you know, it's this, oh, wait, what am I trying to draw? Or, oh yeah, I have no idea what I'm trying to do. It's, this detail don't work. It's that. That's how I see it. If I treat it like that, I will struggle to make sense of any of it. How do I do this? That's a... Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So overlaps like that, then it goes over again, kind of like this, and then that overlaps itself like that. So then what I'm trying to do here is, this is the edge, then this overlaps it like that, and then it goes over it again. Is there a top? Oh, I get to see the top of it, lovely. And then this kind of ends here. Yeah, and then I was thinking about putting it in the corner and then doing that like weird... Oh, I could do that actually. That could make it look a bit nicer actually. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, I like that. Sketching all this information and then it's like, oh yeah, what was the point in that? Good question. I don't know. Right. And then I have like a better view of this like swirly thing. I'm gonna see if I can try and get a reference for it. Frozen tofu or something? Present woven toppers. See what's there. Yeah, these little things. Just gonna grab a few. I could go for a simple ribbon actually. How to make an easy paper bow. Interesting video. I remember watching an old video on how to make like a letter out of paper. I remember doing that for I remember doing that in the past. Oh, the cool ribbon bows, aren't they? Cool. Wait, no. All these different kinds of ribbon bows. Just gonna grab a few. Alright. Now I can stare at those and be like, how the hell do I do that? And then it all just goes downhill from there. It's all like, yes, how? How does one make a bow look like this? Jeez. Just gonna make an abstract shape for now. And the dog has arrived. My goodness, Bailey. My goodness. My goodness, Bailey. Bailey! Shush me. Ooh, good. Do not erase everything in one giant. And then here, what I can do is I can do like a giant loop here that goes over everything. So what I'm seeing right now is like here's one ribbon. And in the center, you've got a triangle. So then there's like another one here, another one here, and another one here. And on top, there's just a single one. So I'm not trying to make it look, so it's not going to be symmetrical. But I do want to be aware of the shape I'm trying to make. So there's that shape. Like this. This can go out really big, like this. Yeah, it's just a bunch. It just looks like a bunch of cylinders. It just looks like a clump of cylinders. Isn't that cool? Didn't really think that. I didn't really think that was gonna work out. Well, we'll keep it as a clump of cylinders then, because then it saves me adding detail. It's a clump of cylinders. This was macaroni on a box. Macaroni box, mate. Alright. What's this one gonna be? Well, I know the bag. The bag's gonna be simple enough. Because it's just gonna have to be honest, I don't know how the heck I'm gonna do all this in colour. That's one thing that I struggle with. But we'll see what happens when I get to it. We'll just see what happens. That bag. I can keep these as simple colours actually if I wanted to. We'll see what happens. Then this present right here. I have no idea. I could do a basic box actually. We could do what we were doing before. Just have it be a regular present going off to the side, and it's just shaded the sun off to the side like that. And then we can just keep it like that. have it overlap. I want to make sure I do that. There we go. Okay, cool. So, right. Hair. Oh, that's nice. Okay, then. Jeez. Right, so the hair, as you can see, it's very abstract right now. It's so abstract, I think it's just a plain mess by the looks of it. Just to be very specific with you. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. I've already displayed what these are meant to be, so I'll just get rid of these. Let me sort out Lucia's Sephiroth hair. I'll say it's Sephiroth hair, but I don't know. I think it's Sephiroth hair. To be honest, most of this is actually fine as it is, actually. I kind of like what I'm going for with it. So, you know, I'm going to keep it as it is. Because I like what I'm going for. That looks really good. Simple. Doesn't need to be anything else but that. For now, at least. I don't know. Translation's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny. Know what I can do with the body. So I can just lightly get rid of that. I'm possibly jump scaring people right now with the sight of the immediate decibel increase of me hitting my Haribo Golden Bear bag. I apologise. Okay. What about this present? So it was one idea I had where one of her hair. Well, what I was thinking was that she has a lot of her hair droops to the ground, so I'm thinking like most of it is basically clumped over the floor. So think abstractly. It's just space here, space there. It's just space here, space there, space everywhere. Something like that. And then one of the pieces of hair. Am I on the wrong layer? Yes, I am. Good job, me. I'm really good at this. Good job, me. I'm so good at being an artist. Because I keep drawing on the wrong bloody layer. This is the ground. That's to indicate the ground. I'm possibly going for some like weird like fisheye lens sort of thing, but I'm not really thinking of it. I'm not really thinking of it like that. That's what I think at least. I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah. There's distortion. And then there's the box right here that's like telling me, and I'm there like, okay. If I looked over here, let's say in the distant past, over the background here, past Lucia's head, if I went by the box, this line's going this way. So if I'm looking over here, you've got the line back there that's basically going down. That means, in my assumption, that the line back here is basically going to be straight up. You know? It's weird. It's weird. There's no magic there. It's just me being like, that's what I think perspective is right now in this. Anywhere else it could be different, I don't know. Maybe the thought of me not thinking about it has just been like, oh yeah, those are the rules. I don't know. Maybe it's just me not worrying about what the heck it's meant to be. And here, since you've got like a glob amount behind her, you can see the hair behind her just a little bit as it falls to the ground. Then down here, it's just I don't know, something abstract amount. Then what I'm thinking is, since we're going this way, you'll be able to see a little bit of the blob here going up. Then it can hold on to the present. Something like that. And it's the it's this pedestal sort of thing. It's like, it's a pedestal, except it's her hair, just like, oh yeah, this is for you. And it's just like, thank you. She holds it up so it's like she's looking at me right now. She's looking at me right now, and she's she's looking at me right now. I'm just looking down at her, and she's like, what? Here's a present, and her arms are her arms are just here. That's what I'm thinking about right now. She's using her hair. She's using her hair to hold the object, and then she's basically using the floor as sort of like a table. That's how I see it at the moment. That's how I see it, at least. That's what I'm gonna go by. Oh yeah, the foot's gone. Give her back. Give her back her ankle. Yeah. Cute. Really cute. Oh yeah, the work I did as well. So, depending on where I left it, off time, I did the cake, which I think came up. I think I represented it pretty well. Just did a few changes on the presents when you saw that. Separated all the layers as well. Just wanted to make sure that was all useful. Did the feet as well. Gave her cute sandals as well. I think those shouldn't be neglected. When you come to my streams, the feet shall not be neglected. And there's nothing in the world that can make that any different. The feet will not be neglected. But yeah, that's the gist. Oh yeah, and the limb holding up the bag. That's going to be a tough one. Actually, one sec. Bailey, shush. And my thing on the door. So one idea, what I was thinking was, should it just dangle? Should it just dangle? In this instance, I'm just gonna make it easy for myself and just have it just come out of nowhere and maybe be like, I don't know now, because and it's sort of like this. I'm glad that I'm glad that I'm figuring out how to fill the space, because the space would most likely not be used. Like, that's one thing I struggle with. You know, it's as amateur as you can get. Like, backgrounds. What the hell are those? I won't. I don't know right now. I've tried. But I guess I'm just that's just out of my comfort zone. All I can do is just accept that that's just going to be a difficult thing for me to think about and to figure out through doing. This is kind of what I'm talking about. This is one of the types of intentions that I want to do for my character. For Lucy in particular, I think of her as like a character that contrasts herself rather than someone else. Like, I think of like those duo characters where like on one side I'm thinking of those duo characters where you've got the tall person and you've got the small person, and then you've got that other person, you've got that person, you know, riding alongside them, maybe on their back, on their head. You've got the big and the small, and then you've got the small person with like you've got this small person with some like violent motherfucking scythe or something, wanting to like wreak havoc. Like, I'm not joking. That's kind of what I'm going for. Between like these two, Lucia is this type of variation where she's basically very tiny, and then she's got something that basically compensates for her, and it's this giant. It's this, for her it's her hair. So in this instance, about to be a bit more specific to the character, she's kind of like here she is, she's small, she's little, and then out of nowhere she's got these giant tentacles that just like sprawl out of her. Like, that's her to me. That's the character I'm going for. She's like a, I don't know how can I, she's like a blooming flower, from a seed to a tree in like seconds. Like a nine-tailed fox, basically. The they're smaller than you think, but then there's something bigger about them to like compensate. It's kind of like how cats expand. They expand with their like, they make themselves look bigger. Or like peacocks. It's like that. I like that. I like that type of instinct. And Lucia, she's that type of person who's small, but then there's something about her that makes her seem bigger than she really is. And I definitely need to focus on that a lot more when I want to try and put her in a space. Because to me, that's her character. She's this person who would. She's basically a demonic slime Rapunzel. Basically, that's literally it. That's basically who she is. She's a Rapunzel type of character with the hair, which is a slime, that makes a lot more sense, basically. That makes more sense than what I was trying to explain before. Because there's you, and then there's this super stylized, contrasting burden that you just have to live with. That makes a lot of sense. I think. I don't know. What do I know? What the hell do I know? That's. I might be making no sense. You know, that's fine with me. I'm okay with not making sense. Speaking of making sense, I do not like what I'm trying to do here. So I'm just going to stick to having it rotate like that. I like that it can. I like that this. I like that everything is basically like spiraling around each other. I'm gonna do that, and I'll do some sort of shape here. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah. I watched Proko's video about perspective, and Marshall, I think his name is. They're talking about how actually, you know what? Yeah, that AFK. Take a quick break. Yeah, so yeah, I was watching a video from like Proko about does perspective exist? It's very it was an interesting video for me to watch because that video was talking about how it's more of like a mystery on like how to, if I'm correct, how like it's that mystery of like we're trying to make a formula to represent perspective, if I remember. And I think Marshall's talking about how like there's a billion point perspective, or that there's no perspective. It's just this weird angle that just shows patterns that allow us to go. That's basically 2-point perspective. And they were talking about how fisheye lens is this complicated, like it's like how we see the world basically. Like fisheye lens is a camera lens, but it's an exaggerated like perspective that, if I'm correct, we as humans actually like watch and view as. And you know, at that time, there's me basically trying to cross-eye myself to basically like angle my hands flatways to see if I can be like, okay, look at my desk. Let's look at both ends of my eyes and be like, okay, that's my bed. That's the desk. And I bring them together and I look. And they're curved. Slightly. Very slightly. I can see. Because that's how I see. In real life, I guess it's straight. It's a lot more straighter. But our vision curves it slightly. And people that are really good at life drawing in that sort of way can exaggerate that well enough where they can represent that. It's a weird thing, but you know, watching it, it's sort of this. It's this very messy but magical discovery and understanding of something that I feel like that I might not even understand, because fisheye lens I think is just it's too complicated, and I think it's something that I think kind of makes things just too complicated. Like I feel like it'd be diminishing returns, Not in what I want to learn, but in a way where I feel like it's kind of like it's like getting a dessert at a restaurant. The starter was great, and the meal and the main was great, but you're not gonna miss out getting a dessert, because you're already full, you know. And then you decide to go. And then you decide to go to the co-op after and just buy sweets. You know what I mean? Like that's the analogy to me. That's fisheye lens to me. That's the complicated perspective to me. It's I'm not gonna gain anything. I'm not gonna get anything much from it. I'm just gonna get a stomach ache. I'm just gonna feel sick. And hey, there's always room for dessert. So that doesn't make it a rule, But yeah, I might be hanging up my ass. So I don't have anything to say about that. But at least what I can say about the video, it's weirdly intuitive in how you understand it, where you don't learn it in any sort of constructive like formula. You just understand it through how you see the world, or just how you alter it. And you wouldn't say, this is correct fisheye lens. It's just, this is how you see it. I think it's subjective, but you can objectively be bad at it, but it's complicated. To me, I looked at it and I thought, yeah, it's weird how magically confusing fisheye lens is, that I look at it and go, I don't think I'll focus on learning it, since there's no real point. It's so abstract that you need to see it for yourself, And one thing as well that I kind of liked about the video at the end was they talked about how King Jung-gi, he was they quoted him, or they said something about like he didn't learn perspective, he just learned how to rotate the box, and he learned how to rotate the box, and it's just like weird. It's like this strange thinking outside the box sort of understanding, where there's a different way of understanding how to do something, where to you can say you understand this, but it's not by traditional means or by insert professional artist course. You just learned it, or are learning it a different way, and someone who could construct the exact same piece in the exact same sort of format, it's going to have different executions because they just understand it differently, and they explain it as like, yeah, King Junji learned how to rotate the box and was able to basically tumble it and use that as like a reference point of where the perspective is for that object, and essentially being in control of the scene, because you're creating that scene with all these shapes, and you're the story maker. You're adding these shapes in because you know what they're meant to be. You just add it and then that's it. You move on to the next shape. No perspective. It's just what that box does in relation to the rest. It's kind of like what I'm doing right now, but not to the degree that I feel like it would matter, you know. I'm thinking about it in just my way. Can't really explain it. It's just how I do it. Anyway, hello Mary. Sorry that I was, well, not sorry. You caught me ranting. Not ranting. Explaining, scrutinizing. Hope you're doing well today. We are AFK at the moment. I'm AFK because I want to take a quick break in a sec, but I want to sit back for a bit. Looking if you popped in at the right time because I have someone to talk to now. Don't worry, I'm used to that. It's always good to listen. If you catch someone speaking, it's always good to hear them out. You don't know what they're going to say. It's always nice to hear what people say. It's always nice. But I hope you're having a good Friday. It's already Friday. For me, Friday sucks. Because I'm back in work tomorrow. And I'm in Sunday as well. It's Friday and I'm off work, which is weird. Unexpected day off or just, oh shit, it's already Friday and I don't work on Friday. Yeah, I work tomorrow, so it's pain. Businesses are gonna love you because you basically give up your entire weekend just to help them, because weekends are always going to be busy regardless what job you've got. So you know they're gonna love you for just throwing yourself into that weekend and being like, yeah, I've got nothing better to do. As you hold a grudge with a daring stare at them and going, I fucking hate you. That feeling. That's what I feel. Every fucking time. That's literally how it is. Well, nah, I basically work every second day. Yeah. That's just how it is, really. That's just how it is. Most of my work hours are at the end and start of the week. So tomorrow I'll be working now up until Tuesday. You know, doesn't mean I work every day though. But I can tell you that my weekend's completely off. It's just how it is, sadly. Get to sleep in on Monday and Tuesday though. They sure love me, but man, I'm on the verge of quitting. I have that feeling too, but then the question comes in from everyone I know. Then what are you gonna do? Best question they could ever say. I say I don't know, and then they look at me and they're like, "Yeah, you don't want to quit. Do you know when you want to quit? When you have a plan B. When if you don't have a plan B, well, you don't want to quit. That's the thing. You want to quit, you actually don't want to." Ooh, one sec. I have returned. My sister wanted me to get a spider from my room, so that one of those little tiny daddy long leg ones down the toilet. I'm a devil for doing that. I do apologise that I had to deal with a spider via a toilet. Actually, better perspective actually. Speaking of toilet, there we go. Now we're thought provoking right now. Now we're thought provoking. Right. So yeah. I want to quit my job as well, but I don't have a plan B. So it's just going to be. It's not going to be sensible for me to do that, sadly. So all I can do is just deal with it, work slowly towards a replacement where I can say I quit and not go back, because I've had some people that have left and come back because they just didn't want to work where they have been. It's funny. Like, I have this one friend that's like quit like 4 times and has come back, and it's just like this. Hey, we know you're gonna come back, so we'll give you a we'll give you a we'll give you a and we'll give you a space of time where you can come back, and they know they'll come back. They're gone for 4 months, come back and go, yeah, I didn't feel like it. And I'm like, you keep coming back. It's like it's your last resort. You hate it, yet you come back because there's nowhere else to go. You know, that's a dead end job in my opinion. The jobs that will take you in because you've been there for so long, and they're not gonna lose a reliable worker. You know, so they expect you to come back when everything goes wrong, because they know they're gonna take you back. Well, I'm quitting this year anyway, as I'll be moving out. It's just a matter of time. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember you saying that the other day. Finding a new job in the big city. I mean, you can't just find a different job. You can't just find a. I know. I know. For me, for me at least, that's easy. That's easy said than done. Like, that's easy said than done, really. But like I was saying before, I have some workmates that have moved to another job and then came back because this wasn't for them, but they know they're gonna be rehired, and at least for me as well, like, my dad got me the job when I was 15, and I've been there ever since, and I never actually had like an appointment with an actual CV, and even if I did, I wouldn't have a lot to give, other than hoping that my words speak just enough for action to be valid, and that they give me a probation phase of, I'll prove to you that with 0 experience I can do the job well, depending on if I have a reference or not. Because at least in me, if I want to move to a different job, I don't want to work in another kitchen. You know what I mean? I have no other experience than being a pot washer in a kitchen, so I'm limited by what I'm able to do easily, because I'd have to go down another avenue and hope that I'm able to be taken in. And on top of that, like, I'm not good with people sometimes. Like, imagine the masking I would have to do if I was working with like guests and customers. Like, that's like twice the energy in a day for me gone, because I have to speak to an actual individual that is not associated with the insert job, you know? To me, that is a difficult thing. Like, yeah, I could fear about it because that might happen and then be like, yeah, I'm not going to do it because I know that will happen. But then it's also me wanting to go for specific jobs where I don't need to be around strangers. I can, you know, be myself, start getting comfortable with people around me, and not feel like I need to be monitored by people because those are the type of people that would go AWOL in the wrong position. I mean that honestly, you know. I don't I don't fucking trust myself sometimes. Like that's why it's so difficult to, you know, still go to the same job I've been to for almost 9 to 10 years now, and having to talk to the people that I've been working with for a while. It's making sure that I stay focused, making sure that I do my jobs. It's making sure that I communicate with my workmates. It's making sure that I'm focused. My mind doesn't always guarantee that, you know, and I don't know, you know. That's just how it is for me, really. But that doesn't stop me from working, you know. But that also doesn't, you know, that also doesn't make it easier for me to, you know, stay at the job I want. Like eventually I do want to get another job, but for now, you know, as I said before, I've got no plan B, you know. So as long as people don't test me, I won't leave out of rage because people don't give a shit, you know. That's that's being tested for me at the moment. That's one of the bigger reasons why I just want to walk out from time to time. But then I remember that this is a job that I'm decent at, but it's getting boring on top of that. So all I can do is just keep the loop going and work hard and see what comes my way, and when I have the time, I'll see what I can do. But you know, it's a job. What am I meant to do? You know, I don't get paid wage just to sit down and be on my phone. You know, that's boring. You know, after 9 years, having a job, having my type of job, is also boring because I've done it for a while. Spicing it up just seems like the better option. You know, because it gets boring eventually. I mean, you can just find another job. Yes. Where you work at, in as in job. Oh, pot wash in the kitchen. I'm a kitchen porter. Follower goal met. Oh, lovely. That took less time than I thought it did. I'm surprised how. Ayo, who following? I don't know. A lurker that possibly relates to me as an ASD ADHD individual who struggles to work a job and has limits. Maybe I don't know. And I mean that in experience. I don't know. Someone's like, oh, this person speaks to me. Follow. You know, and then they get to use the emote in the bottom called feet pick. That's like very shit scroll that I need to work on. You know that jokes aside though. What do you do be speaking? I know. It's only been an hour and oh God, it's only been an hour and 20. Fuck, man. It's been it's not been long. Yeah, mate, feet pick, innit? That's all I've got right now. I actually said this as well, actually. For any subscribers, hypothetically, if I did have any, you now have one emote that you can now use called Lucia Noises. That got approved today. I'm glad that got approved. I know there's a wait time because it's a paid asset basically now. But I'm glad it got approved, and now it is available for use. Whenever someone decides to throw money to me, or something like that. But I'm happy about that. But I definitely do want to get back to some more emotes. Not right now though. I've got some other things to do, such as what I'm working on right now. Oh, bloody hell. Well, there you go. Thanks, Mary, for the subscription. Enjoy the single emote that had an error on the email that I got. Thank you. You'd increase my my subscription goal to like 5 now. People are like, oh, I should be the 3rd. Thank you, Mary. Enjoy Lucia Noise. Stay tuned where there will be more emotes for the free option. But not for now, sadly. In the future, though, I'ma be screaming. Lucia be screaming. Also, don't question why I'm contemplating on the toilet. You know when I finish this stream, this might end up being like the thumbnail for it, and all you see is this individual on the loo. Just that's literally how it is. That's what's gonna be. Right. Back to this. Also, Faith, welcome. I saw you. Welcome, Faith. I hope you're doing all right. Hello to you too. Right. So where was I? Oh wait, no, that works. That's fine. Like that. That's a border. Hope you all are having a good Friday. It's almost the weekend. It's almost a bloody weekend. The sketch looks like it's going well. I'm surprised. I'm surprised it's actually going well, actually, because I left it in a specific state yesterday, and I knew for a fact that what I work on won't take me a day. I'm just not that artist. Like, for me, things take longer, and that's fine. I've accepted that. I'm not going to worry about the expected deadline. Well, in the future maybe, but let it be known the conditions will be longer than a week. As the old man said in Toy Story 2. You can't rush art. Weirdly enough, that's so true. Also, weirdly, to reference that of all things. Ooh. You know what? Let's... Looks like it's going down. You know what? Let's do that. Still figuring out this arm, this limb I'm trying to do. I'm on the wrong layer. Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong layer, alright. So wrong that I'm drawing hair on the wrong bloody layer. Wrong pen. I was saying, Faith, that I'm back at work tomorrow, which is a peak, because I've been off work all week. Well, not all week. I was on the weekend, but I started from Monday to today. I've been off work, and it's been nice to not worry about bloody working a job. It's nice not to work a bloody job for a bit. Let's not use that line. Hope work's going well. It's fine. It's work. It's all good. I'm dealing with it. Let's just say, I've already explained myself. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't want to be too specific with the sketch. Well, I am. But I mean, this isn't the final. So there's a present here. Got a little bag here. A nice present here. We've got this bit here. Can possibly put like one more present there. Weird to think I've got 2 subscribers. That's strange. Do people just have money now? Like, where's all this support coming from? Like, what's that about? Like, it's like people have the time and the money to just go up to some random stream and go, yes. I don't get it. Anyone else could do you better, but you chose me. It's mad. But yeah, I appreciate it. It's weird, but I really appreciate it. I will keep myself focused and work hard. Yeah, people are already supporting me, and I'm not really sharing this. Like, I've not mentioned it on Instagram, not on Twitter. I've not put any link anywhere, you know. So I don't know. Maybe people like the thing. Maybe people like the art. Maybe people are like, we need more. We need more. We need more. We need more human. Actually, that's subjective. That's pretentious. We need more human. What defines as not human? Oh, I may have given you a couple shout outs. Oh, I would have. I wouldn't have expected that. Thank you for that, Faith. I appreciate that. I can imagine you would actually, because you definitely have the experience to have people behind you in whatever charity or a goal or sort of like event that you have. You know, you've done it long enough where even I am surprised and also very happy for you that the fruits are growing for you, mate. Like, so I wouldn't believe it, but I also wouldn't be surprised. So I thank you for that. This is the power of networking, everyone. That's what that is, really. What would be so different if I started networking myself? You know, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievably honest. It's unbelievable honesty. Honest, yeah. I'll um I'll see where it goes. It's a bloody wave. So it's a bloody wave of whatever the hell pops up. Like whatever happens, really. These waves are going in like all different directions. Like what you're gonna do? Just it's like woo. It's not gonna go straight, but it's definitely going in one direction. It's gonna still go forward. It's just gonna be. It's still going up. It's still going forward. You know. So I'm not gonna worry, but I'm aware for sure. Right. Oh yeah, present. So I want to add one present here. Not gonna lie, I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna translate this to color or even anything at all. Like, I look at this and I'm like, so much line art. Fuck. But then it's like, wait, that's just gonna happen on its own. If I know what's next, then I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. What's the word? I'm not going to. I'm not going to stall. I'm just going to keep going. There we go. Look at all the presents. Look at all the presents. This Lucia has a job. She works with her mother in the underworld as a catwalk model. Her mother, she's a she's she's a profession in creating clothes. She wears them. She gets paid for it, and she's like, "Hey, what's the transfer for Great British pounds into the currency I use?" And I'm like, "What the? Why?" And she's like, "Oh, no reason. He." And then boom, here she is. She's like, "Oh, here's a cake. Here's some presents. I have a job." That's that's what's happening right now. The sky just seems to fall. I guess it's not a feeling after all. At least with all the crap that I'm, at least with all the crap I'm just throwing into this, at least there's no well, fuck knows really. Like, there's up here. Pardon me. There's up here. There's the floor, which I think would make a lot of sense. There's this little space here, actually. there's this little space here. Just this is that little space there. Right. Cool. Righty. I am going to quickly take a break. I want to get some fresh air. I want to get some fresh air. So I shall be right back. Enjoy the music, everyone. I shall be back. I've returned. Ooh. Right. I am going to switch to BRB to F. A, F, K. My goodness. It's not even been 2 hours yet. What the fuck, man? Despite what I said before, it will be nice to be back in work tomorrow. You know, regardless of me saying that I want to, get a different job, want to quit, or I just don't want to work all the time, It's a change of pace that allows me just to recuperate, So, it'd be nice to change that up a little bit. It'd be nice to change it up a little bit. God. What's the time? 6 o'clock. Ooh. Right. So. Okay. That should be fine. Okay. Right foot. Yeah. This is going to be fun. Yeah, so what I was saying before was, I worked on part of this piece last night before going to bed, and I worked on the feet and I worked on the cake as well, and the cake looks nice. I like that I put time into the cake actually. So sprinkles. We've also got frosting on it. We've got a nice 24 on it because that's my birthday. Little flames on it as well, as you can see up here. Add a decent reference to go off as well. Also, we've got the board as well with the cake that comes on. Assuming that she took it out of the box and she was like, "Oh, here you go. This is your birthday cake," But what I thought was funny is that she was like, "Ah, you know what? I don't know what to do. So you know what? I'm gonna step in it." So she did. Because I thought, oh yeah, of course. Why the fuck not? That seems fun. Why not? That's my style. So what I'm thinking is right foot, meaning it would be this foot right here. I wanna just wanna put frosting over it. See how that works out. Depending on if I present it in color. A friend told me yesterday when I was talking to them, they're like, "Oh, do you think the cake would be like destroyed?" And I'm like, "That's a good point. The cake would be like semi-destroyed, so it'd be blobbing outwards on itself, just a little bit." but I'm not gonna worry about that. Subtlety for me at the moment. We shall simply take off her sandal, put it to the side there, and then what we can do is separate on the cake layer. Then what I'm assuming is that there's like I thought there'd be sprinkles all over. Sprinkles on the floor. Just sprinkles over the floor. Like part of her foot is basically just filthy because she stepped in it. Just represent that as like dirty foot or something. This is what you get when you come to me on Twitch. You're gonna have to deal with it. That's me, that's my taste. Which is the most hilarious thing. I keep making a joke, like Twitch is like, what do we do? Problematic. Not gonna lie, that actually kind of works. It's only just an effect. Okay. What I'll do then, so I'll get rid of this sandal. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in this. I'm gonna put it in this box here. Where's that reference? Where's that reference again? Actually, that's a good point. What do I put in this? That's a good idea. What will be put in this? That's such a good point. Damn, I wouldn't know. Good question, man. What do I put here? Well, you know what? Let's just start with adding the shoe in there. Present. I'm going to move this present just a little bit to the right, just a little bit out of the scene here. Just so I can show a little bit more of this bag here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of all this. Okay, back to close, righty-tighty. So, what I'm thinking of is that the shoe just here. Remember what foot it's on. Remember what foot. Where's that? Get rid of that just so I can see it a bit better. I copied it. Oops. Go back. Thank you. I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm trying to. Okay, so flip. To flip the canvas, I use F. Sometimes I actually press G, and then when I would start to move and thinking that I pressed the F key, I accidentally go in expecting that I flipped, and then next thing you know, boom, gradient. This is the sub 2 gradient that I keep picking because it's right next to the button I use for flip. Keeps happening to me. Keeps happening to me. I've got to remember the proportions actually. Yeah, so in this bag, she's just, there's a sandal. There's the sandal that I don't wear. On the other side, she's also got me a bottle of reference. A bottle of pop. I've got an empty bottle right here. I'm going to use that. I'm going to stare at a bottle of an empty bottle of pop. at like a vague angle. Okay. Let's move this a little bit over. And then on the other side, what we're gonna have is just gonna have like a bottle of pah just in here as well, because she knows I like Coca-Cola. Yeah, that works. It's a bit abstract. Either way, I'm getting into detail now that's possibly going to end up being left abstract as well, because that's one thing that I might also do with this, because I'm not going to go. I'm not going to detail everything. At least I think. But that's one thing I'm going to have to figure out as well. That's going to be interesting. Like, colour, still learning it. So this ain't going to be some like anime manga comic cover that you see before you go to page 2 and all you see is spread ass cheeks. No. To be blunt, it's no. It isn't gonna be like that. It ain't gonna be like that. Well, you know what I want to do as well? Easter egg. We're gonna put a PSP. I love PSPs. So I'm just gonna throw one right there. There we go. Directional pad. There we go. You won't see it, but it's gonna be there. You'll see it, and you'll be like, "Oh, it's a PlayStation Portable. Why is there a PlayStation Portable here?" And you'd be like, You don't know me, do you?" But yeah, I think that would be a nice little nod. And if I do it well enough, I think you'll see it really. I think you'll see it well enough to go, oh yeah. I'll even actually, reference time. Just looking at my PSP right now. Just looking at it with my eyes and thinking, yes. What am I trying to look at? Have a little button here as well. Okay. You won't even see this part of it unless I do a transparency on it. Am I wrong layer? I'm so good at this. Go back. Oh, this is enclosed, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so that's the present. Nice. Okay. Bring back the present. You know what I can do is I can just remove everything that is hiding behind the present because I'll be covered like that. Oh my god! She got him a Switch! No, it's a PSP. Get it right. Get it right. It isn't a Switch, it's a PSP. PSP is smaller. And it's all black. All blue, all white. Purple if you're lucky. It ain't gonna be multicolour. It ain't square, it's round. Round edges. Get it right. Okay. Right foot. Okay. So next is, I'm going to do cloves. Because this might not take me as long, in my opinion. It won't take me as long. It won't take me as long. Also, one thing as well, I do want to get back to the hands as well, actually. The hands are something as well that I want to fuck around with. Where's my reference? It's all the way back here. Let me move you over here. So she's wearing a long sleeve jumper with like the open V-neck or something. I think it's like a V-neck, I think. So the body right now, you can vaguely see it. It's here and then here, then the legs go down like that. That's her body, at least. I'm gonna just leave it to obscurity and say, oh yeah, that was how it was meant to be. But I do have a reference for what the body's meant to be, because I'm thinking about it in a way of like, this is her body in some way. But yeah, just to mention that, because I do see that, and it might I can see it, and I'm like, I'm gonna see that as a problem later, but I'm not gonna worry about it because it looks fine. I'm not gonna overthink it. So the cake's in the way, so it doesn't matter how this is meant to look. So if I look at the reference again, don't have it anymore, but the old reference here. Look how oh god, that's gone so far. Oh sure, that's a before and after right there. Anyway, the arm should be okay because I'm thinking about it as you can see it here. The elbow, I think, is like somewhere here. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Like that. Don't think I need to do anything with the clothes actually. So I might not worry about it. What I do want to fuck around with is the hand. I didn't really mention it because the hand looks fine. And it's fine as it is, because that's possibly all you're going to see of the hand. But I want to look at that for a sec. Right, where's my phone? Just want to hold it and just pretend that I'm holding it from an angle that is close to what I'm trying to do. Oh, that's a good point. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to put most of the hand inside of the sleeve. She's one of those girls. I think Marin does it in a Dress Up Darling. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna need to buy myself another pen. My pens keep breaking. I've mentioned this already to some people, but like I've had 2 pens in total over the past maybe 3 years. I've been using this tablet and I've been buying replacement pens. I've been able to use 2. I'm on my second one. I broke the first one because it was just from wear, because the pen I'm using has like 2 separate parts, and it ends up breaking at that weak point because it's not one solid piece. So it ends up breaking at that point first. Both the pens that I've had I've started wearing there, and then they fall apart. Then there's me gluing them back because um, this pen is it's battery it doesn't need batteries, so it works independently. So saves me throwing it away because I can just glue it back together. So I ended up doing that for the one I that the for the pen the tablet came with. Left that in the box. The new one came in, and I left it for about a year till that one breaks. The one I'm using right now, where I glued it back. It's the same thing. Broke at the area where the tip and the rest of the pen joined together. It broke there. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I glue it back together as usual. I swap it over with the pen I used at the start, and literally within the first month, it started breaking. It started falling apart. The button for the right click fell off. There was a seam starting to appear where it would start breaking at where the button used to be. Then eventually I ended up snapping it. So I thought, yeah, fuck it, I'm not going to use this anymore, because it started wobbling, and I'm like, what the hell is that about? It broke at a weak point of the button, basically falling off, and then I ended up throwing that away. So now I'm back on the pen that I bought to replace it, and now it's doing the same thing. It's wobbling again. And I can imagine this is not going to last me till like what? I'll be surprised if I'm still using this in June. If I'm still using this pen in June, I'd be surprised. Because I might end up just getting rid of this and getting a new one again. Because yes, this one also once again broke the same way. So I'm gonna possibly end up doing that as well. Anyway, yeah, this pen is fucked. She's holding it. So what's happening is that she's holding it where she's holding the tray where the tray's lined up with her thumb, because that's the open space. So we're not going to see the open space of her hand. We're not going to see that. We might, but I'm not, because you can see the border here. That's where that's where the hand ends. So that means this is the palm. And then basically this is the knuckle going into the finger. So technically, if she was holding it as it is, it would, you know, if I did that all again, I'd get a better reference for this, but I don't. I'm wrong layer. Good job, me. Oh, bloody hell, circle. Stop with the red circles. And then this bit here. Actually, it doesn't even matter, because as you can see, this bit is going to be underneath the board. Yeah, that works. That's what looked strange, because she wouldn't be holding it between her fingers. She'd just holding it against her thumb. Then get rid of this part of her finger, because that's where her nail is. There we go. She's got the big, and then this right here. Don't question me. I don't know what I don't know what I was trying to do here. I don't know what I was trying to do here either. Also, save my work. You know what? If I no, I haven't. Wait. Just gonna eat that. Just gonna eat the rest of my habit. Right. I'm gonna do this right now because I keep forgetting. $270. Incredible. Right. We're gonna go down to viewer rewards, Twitch channel points, manage awards, and we're going to add a new one. Cost 50 like before, and reward name, save the work. That's very important. I keep forgetting, and we're gonna make sure people know by going with a violent red. I might even do something for that, because apparently this also has assets for it as well. Might even fuck around with it. Oh, look at that. That's cute. Redeem with the footprint. That's cute. If I could edit that, I'd change the colour so it contrasts the purple. It's a shame that I like purple, because it's just going to contrast with the Twitch purple. But if enabled, only future viewer requests will skip the queue. I don't bloody know. Doesn't matter. Goes without saying. Create. There we go. Now, you people can tell me to save the fucking work, because I will forget. I will forget to save my work. So you know what? When you see the little star at the top of clip, and I'm done like a little dingy ding, and you see this little thing here. Tell me to save my bloody work. Tell me to do it, because I will forget, and Only you people can remind me that, oh yeah, all my hard work could just disappear and I would have not backed it up. So there you go. It's there now. Twitch channel points. Get started. There it is. New. Save the work. Please. Let me know when that happens, because I will forget. And I will regret it later. And I only blame myself. Anyway. Back to fucking around these ends. So, it's a bit vague, but you should be able to see it from here. So, all you'd be seeing would be all you'd be seeing is the fun. At least in my assumption. I've not really done X-ray vision to know that everything's in the right place. So oops, I haven't really done X-ray vision. So I'll let that come and bite me. I'll let that come back to bite me. Later. For now, I'm not really worried. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's just do X-ray vision. X-ray vision on it. I'm gonna take a brain to another dimension. And then this part here would just be where her hand would go. Actually, that's a good point. Despite there being extra area, her thumb kind of needs to be, the board for the cake kind of needs to be like up here. Play close attention. And then what I'll end up doing here is I'll go to the cake and I'll just move that out a bit more, just so there's a bit more space, because I need to make sure that she has actual room for it, so she can actually hold it on the other hand. Because it's a bit too close, so it would be here, but I'm actually gonna just let it stop here, just so there's space for it. Jeez. Right, I'm gonna quickly go to the toilet. I will be back. Actually, no, even better. You get to look at this guy. Be back. The pupper has joined us. You okay, mate? Yeah, I know, it's one of those days, isn't it? It's one of those days. Jeez. I might go till the third hour. That gives me 30 more minutes. I think that's pretty fair. Righty. Right, so any other things I'd add would be in hindsight, which I think is better than me being like, okay, what have I got left? Sometimes I don't have everything down, but knowing that most of it's been done, that one problem that I miss it's inevitable. Abstract problems be like. That's how I see it. Okay. Clothes and also that hand's also been done as well. actually. Let me move you back a bit. See a bit more hidden. Okay. The face. The face. Let's figure that out. I'm not good at faces. I'm not good at faces nor heads. That's my weak point, I guess. But we'll see what happens. All I have is this cute little face here. This cute little face here where she's just staring. She's got the happy grin on her face. So what I want to do is I'm gonna reuse it because I kind of like it. I want to reuse it, not to a T. But I just want to take it and just move it into the newer layer and just get rid of it. That's the face she'll get. That's the face she's gonna give you. And what I'll also do as well is I'll that rough I added, the draft here that I'm using. That's what I'm gonna add it to. So bring it back up because that was its original placement. Just want to put it back because I now have a better reference for what the head is. So it's just I'm just gonna add it back in because I think I removed it before. So put that at the bottom, then that can go all the way down. And now I can start tensing up and being like, style. What the fuck is that? And then completely lose my mind. Because that will happen to me. Expression. Oh, you want to go out? Be free. Oh, you be free just to bark. He does not care. I can't believe you, Bailey. I gotta get a cute grin now. Not a smile, but a cute grin. Because I wouldn't mind her having like a happy grin on her face. Happy grin. See what I can find. That's funny. I'm gonna take that. Oh, that's perfect. I'll take that. That's kind of what I'm going for, actually. I'm going for like a closed eye. Closed eye happy grin or something. All these stupid faces, man. The power of stock images. It just looks so stupid. I'm not joking. Like this. Oh, Jesus Christ! Right, I'm done looking at these. They look weird, man. Weird facial expressions, man. I got paid to do stock images, and all I did was just stare at the camera and smile. I got paid. I saw that number go up. Thank you to anyone that just followed. Once again, sorry for there not being alerts. I haven't got to that yet, so I do apologise for the ruined climax. I do apologise, but whoever did that, because I'm grateful. Thank you for that. I just saw it went from I just saw it go from 270 to 271. Thank you for that, and I apologise once again for there are no alerts just yet. I apologise. Do you want to make? You know what? Okay, you know what makes this easier? I don't see the bloody number. Like I'm not looking at any. I'm not always looking at the viewer numbers because it's. There was a time in the past where I remember using Streamlabs when I streamed a few years back, and I always looked at that bloody number at the top corner, and it'd be 0, then it'd be 1, then it'd be 0, then it'd be 1, then it'd be 2, then it'd be 0 again. You know, it's that. And I feel like that would still be the case if I still saw it, but, you know, I guess that's not a thing anymore. Or maybe because I'm using OBS. And I can't see I can't see who's watching me, I can't see the number of followers, I don't know the bit rate, well, I kind of do, but I don't see that when I look at OBS, because I'm only looking at OBS. I do sometimes go to my stream manager from time to time, um, since I might as well have a bit of extra information to see what has been shown, because like I said, I can't see everything on OBS, but I'm looking, I'm like, ah, cool. There's people watching me, nice, and then go back to what I'm doing. I'm not bothered by the numbers, which is funny because I remember shitting myself in the past. There's me playing TF2. And I'm completely like still like, oh, please follow, please watch me. It'd be so funny. It'd be so funny. But yeah, I now see no number at the top of the chat in OBS, so good job, me. Less to worry about because I've already got so much to worry about right in front of me. Right, is that all the images? Yes, it is. I had more than that. Oh wait, no. There's this one. Okay. Let's see. Gotta remember the perspective again. I feel like I'm giving a bloody crow's feet. I think. Na 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 I could have her staring at me. Like, she's like... Nope. That's a bit incorrect. Make sure you know how to draw an eye, or else you're gonna get fucked. Sam Desart's gonna come and fuck you up. He'll rip your head off. He will. He'll rip your head off, and he'll rip your head off and teach you a lesson on how the head's really constructed, and he won't give it back. Your final lesson will be the head has the cranium, and you know, and then he throws you in, and he throws you in with the rest of us. Yeah. So I could give a rise, but that's not the focus here. I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me. She's got like the old mouth on her. She's like, oh, hello there, master. I have brought you gifts because I love you so much. Thank you so much for your. Thank you so much for loving me and looking after me. Here you go, master. Old woman eyes. I think whatever. There's a style, and then there's I like this because fuck it. I regret it later, but whatever. I'll definitely look into it a bit later. Actually, here's something that I'll do. Because the demon has already settled in. Yeah, glasses. I want to give her big round ones. I always love giving her big round glasses. That's her style. Angularity is a blessing and a curse. Only because that's just how I work. But that's something that I'm okay with. You know what? No. As I said, blessing and a curse. Let's I want to reuse this. I'm gonna just flip it and then just morph it. So cute. There's making something look cute, and then there's just doing something that ends up just evolving into something that ends up having that demeanor or that likeness. It's just sometimes what you get is just what ends up being the case. Sometimes we can't deliberately make something in sometimes we can't think and execute what we expect to come out. It's like how I have a vision of what this piece shall be, and I know for a fact I won't hit it, so I don't want to disappoint myself and have an expectation for what is inevitably going to be impossible, because my mind's going to have this unrealistic standard. It's the same in how I want to depict something. So at least in this instance, I'm not going to try and make it look so, since I'm possibly not going to achieve that. So all I'm going to do is just see what happens and then just react. And then hopefully I don't end up stiffening up. That's one thing that might end up happening, or stiffen up, because I'm just like, yeah, what the fuck am I meant to do? It's funny as well because I kind of like that I kind of like that the glasses are following the line of the hair. I didn't really deliberately do that. I kind of like that ended up happening actually. I like that I did that. And then just like with the ears, they can go down like so on both sides. Oops. What the actual fuck, man? What the actual fuck is this? This is. Look at her. She's just. Eyebrows. I forgot about eyebrows. What do people do with their eyebrows? I sometimes like to just do this. Because I'm lazy. That's fucking mad. That is. Any other tweaks really is down to me really because can't really can't really say anything else but that. Right, so if I get rid of the box and I go back through, get rid of the draft. Okay, get rid of this. Okay, and just gonna do some honest cleanup now. Just lightly get rid of everything that I don't need because it will just disappear. Yeah. See that? So if I go into the sketch layer, well, yeah. So this is what I have right now. This is what I had. Well, not entirely. There was this, and well, there was this as well. There wasn't a lot here really, but yeah. I started here, and I am now here. Weird. Weird the transition is so different. You know what I mean? It's it's weird. It really is. It's a weird resolution switch, you know? Man. Okay. I'm going to turn my light on. Ah, lovely. There's light in this room now, so I don't end up losing my mind. Right. Okay. So, forgot to turn this down. Oops. Won't matter in the end. It won't matter in the end goal. The VOD's gonna be silent. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now. With this is what I have right now. With the piece. I'm surprised that I was able to actually tick off all the boxes, because I made that conscious effort to list them down. So I'm glad I actually went out of my way to do that beforehand, because that, that made it easier for me to just figure out what the fuck I'm meant to be doing. But I'm glad I actually went out of my way to do that. So, cool. I'm glad I did that. So, the hair, I've worked on that. Then the presents, I've added a bit of information into that. I've also sorted out the right foot, so now it's it's a bit more it's a bit more it's a bit more weight. Okay, it's like this. Oh, okay, clue 1, clue 2. Oh my god, like, you know what I mean? That I'm glad that worked out in sketch, at least. Did the face. I'll look into the face later. It definitely could have more, but once again, I don't know how I'm gonna colour this. I'm not quite sure. And I also did the glasses as well. The glasses I like as well. Worked on that as well. And the clothes as well. Did fuck around with that as well. Yo, the sketch is looking nice. Thank you, Faith. I'm gonna possibly leave it here. It's almost 8 o'clock. I've been going for 3 hours, and I am glad with the progress today. I wouldn't have done this much if I was, in my own time, in my own mind, doing it consciously without any sort of obligation. That's kind of, with it, like distraction wise, like if I wasn't streaming, my distractions would stop me from, it would stop me from continuing. So I'm glad that helped today. I'm glad that helped me today. And with what I wanted to get done. So it's all because I had the good moment, the good juice. I got what I needed done. And that's at least all I did. That's at least what I asked for. The power of note taking, everyone. Make a list of things that you want to get done, because you won't get it done if you don't know what it is. It makes sense to me now, If you don't know what's next, you put it down here and you cross them off one by one. That's all you need to do, and then when you're good, it's all done. You can cross them all off and be like, yes. There's nothing else to worry about because you made sure that it looked good for you to say it's done. Might not always work out, but you saying it's done is better than you saying it's perfect because it won't be perfect, but it will be done, and you can go on to the next step. Okay, right, I'm done. I am done. So, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to Mary for coming in and giving me a subscription. I was not expecting that. Thank you very much for that. Thank you to Faith for also being here once again as my mod and lurking for a bit as well. Who else came in as well? Did anyone else come in as well? Nope. Thank you to anyone who decided just to come in for literally a second and then left again because they saw feet. I appreciate you because you could have been anywhere else, but you came here. Even if it was for a minute, I appreciate that. That tells me that people are looking through the giant list of people, all the popular artists at the very top, good or bad, but subjectively, getting all those views, having people stare at them and there's a shit in themselves, trying to stay focused and all the alerts and all that, like there's that. There's the top, and then you go down to the bottom to find people like me. I appreciate that you went out your way to do that. I'm happy that you did that, and I hope that you got something out of it. So yeah, god damn. So yeah, the weekend. Yeah, I'm not free the weekend. I'll never be free the weekend. It ain't happening, sadly. So, sometime next week, really, for me to come back. I'll be free again next week. To either continue what I'm working on now or anything else in mind. I don't know. That's down to what I think to do. So yeah. But I do want to say one thing. If I can record the colouring phase, I'd like to stream the colouring. So I might not touch this till Monday, which seems quite sad. Seems quite sad, but I won't get the time in the weekend because on one side, there's me working, and then there's me working again, so I can't do much in between. So expect this again on Monday before I go back to work because I work Mondays. But that would be nice to do. I'll try and add a little bit of time in there to see what I can do. If not, Wednesday. I don't know. But I wouldn't mind recording that because I'm liking that I'm showing that there is a process behind what I'm doing and that there's an artist doing this. I wanna record that. So Monday, maybe. Righty tighty. Lix is live, by the way. Ooh, well, Faith, if you look in the Twitch points and pick the option who to raid, maybe you'll be speaking my language then. And also, yes, of course, that's actually a good idea. Let me go and find the raid channel. Right. Lixie, where are you, my dear? Lixie. Oh, bloody hell. Lixie. How do I spell her name again? I forgot how to spell her name. Oh, shit. Let me quickly find her. Lixie does art. Okay. Lixie does art. Let me put that in. I thought I did put Lixie Does Art in. Lixie Does Art. Did I miss a certain... She's not showing up. Mate, that's peak. Okay. That's really peak. Yeah, she's not showing up. Or am I missing a letter? Yeah, she's not showing up. That's strange. Let me try again. Let me put that in again. Lixie Does. Yeah, she's not showing up. That's annoying. It's funny as well, actually, because I know her name, but Twitch does not know what I'm talking about. Let me actually, let me do it from let's try and do it from the stream manager instead. See if she comes up see if she comes up in here. No, she doesn't. That's peak. No space after the, or of course, maybe do raid. That's a good point. That's a good idea. If I can, let's do that. /raid Lixie Does Art. That work? I don't know if it did. No space after. Oh, oops. My mistake. I accidentally did that on put. I accidentally did that on accident. Is there a space after? Is there a space after raid? Or is it all one word? No spaces. Is it all no spaces? So there's no spaces. There's no spaces. Not gonna lie, unrecognized command. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, I'm stupid. One sec. Third time's a charm. Lixie Does Art. There we go. Bloody hell. Right, there we go. We did it. We fucking did it. Twitch does not know what Lixie is. Who Lixie is a friend of mine. Go say hi to her. She's a lovely individual. Goodbye. Have a good weekend, and we'll see more of this piece next week. Have a good one, everyone. Enjoy the raid. Oh, I'm gonna go eat a kebab. I'm hungry. Time to strew my stomach up even more. See you guys.